No, I didn't know it only played once. I've never even paid attention to that. Like, I didn't even do the cool fucking intro. Like, yo, what's going on, beautiful people? My bad. I didn't know the song only played one time. I swear I thought that shit was on loop. Like, my bad. Damn. It really caught me off guard. I'm completely flabbergasted. Oh shit, and this I'm sorry. It's 4 o'clock. Should I go back to the pink color? I only did this because of Nip. Do you guys have any color requests? No? Cool. Cool. I want to tell that guy's story. That's what I want to do. I found some dude, just random TikTok, bro. Just some dude that killed mad people. And I want to tell bro's story. It sounds totes my goats. It's, bro, he killed his daddy because his daddy killed his mama. And he stabbed his dad one more time than what his dad stabbed his mom. It's nuts. Yeah. I'm gonna tell it, Google. My bad. Talking shit. Y'all ready for the show today? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey. What are they, the Harlem Shake? Hey. So it's Wednesday. And today's show, as light as I'd like it to be, is gonna be a bit heavy. And I'm sorry for wearing white. I'm told I'm not supposed to wear white because you shine. Let me just cool my shit. All right, we're good. I'm in there. Stop moving. Okay, I'm trying to keep today's show light. Unfortunately, it isn't. So let's get into it. Remember, if this is your first time watching, subscribe so you know when we're on and when we post clips and different videos, and then like it so that other people can come watch it. Now, I understand that's a lot of things to do. That's all we ask. That's it. And if you're watching, you can't hear any of the music because YouTube don't let me play it, but that's okay because you can head over to Apple, Spotify, Audible, pretty much anywhere podcasts are, and that's where you can hear all of our music because that's the podcast version of the show. Now, let's get into the show. Jump over to YouTube so you can be a part of the studio audience. I mean, I'm like not Denzel, what's his name? I'm like Arsenio Hall, but Puerto Rican. I'm the Puerto Rican Arsenio Hall. I'm Puerto Rican or Hall. No, Arsenio Rican. Yo, I need to laugh. He's so funny. Shut up. That's great. Let's get today's show started, ladies and gentlemen. Hip hop got to stop killing hip hop. It just has to, because this shit don't make no sense. But here we are again. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. Not today. We're listening to Puerto Rican music today. I'm on a salsa kick. What are y'all doing? I'm drinking this alkaline water and I added like more alkalines and shit to it. Oh my God, bro, I've been pissing all day, yo. I'm gonna redo the song one day, and I'm gonna sing it in Spanish. It's Kasabian Lavoe Wine. What's going on, beautiful people? What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe, and welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, live from Las Vegas. This is episode 258, I believe, or 257. Thank you for being here. We always appreciate you being here. Now, like I was saying to the YouTube audience, if you're listening, head over to YouTube and just hit subscribe, just so we can get the subscribes up, and hit the like button so that other people can see it and enjoy the content, because we appreciate y'all. And now I'm gonna start flooding it because now I'm having fun. Now we're in there like Schweemware. How's your Wednesday? Monday is usually mental health Monday, and I like to ask how everybody's doing, and I talk about my crazy weekends and whatnot. And I felt like I don't think we did that on Monday. So how is everyone doing? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not 1,000. not 1,000, but that's cool. You know what the problem that I find myself in sometimes, that because I make shit look easy, it goes unappreciated. Just keeping that shit a buck. It's just sometimes you got to make shit look a little bit harder so that people go, damn, that's all. Like, I'm good at it, so I make it look easy. I hate it. Excuse me. These fucking hurt, by the way. Like, I hate wearing these, but I only do them for the show because I feel like I need to wear something to catch your attention. But besides my beautiful radio face, and these hurt my neck. I've been doing this the whole time I've been wearing these. They fucking heavy. All right, so on today's show, we'll be getting into, first off, can I just get a gripe off? I'm just tired of how Spanish characters are played on TV. We're going to get into that. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Did Mike Tyson die? Somebody tell me. Ye and Drake, they squashed the beef. That's pretty amazing to see. The QAnon Shaman, they caught that dude. Or not caught, excuse me. They charged him, and he's going to jail. He got some time on him. Travis Scott update. Let's talk about Astro World, see what's going on with that. Can LA stop Ibuyers? Like, is that even a thing? Is that something that we're going to see? This is something I was talking about the other day, and I really think that, I bet you that QAnon tag is keeping people from seeing us right now. I bet you we're whitelisted. That was a bad one. Fucking QAnon. That's who he is. Stupid shaman. Anyway, we were talking about the iBuyers and how they're messing up the market, and how I feel like we need to do something to regulate people from owning investment properties, because the ratio to people buying and investment properties is completely off. And we'll be talking about a model that was murdered over the weekend with her designer. And shout out to Cameron Tucker. Hold up. I want to make sure I get your shout out. He got caught cutting hair in the bathroom when he got suspended at school. Shout out to that young man for having so much hustle. And I'm not mad at you for what you was doing. Congratulations on having a talent and working on your talent. Although you picked a shitty spot, not bad though. Good job. So Cameron Tucker, he's in Detroit. Shout out to him for doing that. I wonder how bad that hashtag is going to do us today. I really almost regret using that damn hashtag. This ain't the first time that we've done that we use the wrong hashtags and it goes to shit. Okay, so I saw the preview to the new West Side Story. Now, I literally don't know what, like, have I expressed this before? I don't know if I have. I have a huge problem with how TV's casting and how they project Spanish people. We don't know talk like this. We don't know talk like, we don't know how to speak English. That's like, that shit is so disrespectful. Even back then in the fucking 50s and 60s, there was people that spoke Spanish and English fluently. My grandparents spoke both languages fluently. They did not speak like some fucking second class Spanish people. Like, y'all gotta stop the bullshit. We don't all have thick ass Spanish accents. And yeah, we could turn it on and turn it off when we need to. But countless movies and shows always project, and then like they look real Spanish. Like, yo, Spanish people, some of us look like black people. Some of us look like Middle Eastern people. Some of us look white. Like, we don't all look super Spanish. Like, if you put my house on TV to cast the family members in my home, it would take probably fucking months. And we would need every color, height, shape, size you could imagine. I feel like it's just so disappointing that all they want to show is either the Spanish Mexicans, or they'll want to show like the real light-skinned Spanish folks from like Spain and shit. And they never want to show like what's here, in front of y'all. Like, this is a whole new culture. Somebody asked this: if we got rid of all the white people, where would you go? Do you go back to where you're from? Because white people made America. Like, the way that we live here is only because of those white folks. So if we got rid of them, then where would we pick to live? Do we live according to this? Or do we live according to, like, European laws or African laws? Like, where would we go as a people? That shit blew my mind. I never even looked at it that way. That was pretty amazing. It really was. Wow, I went all over the place at the beginning of the show. All right, so listen, I find it completely just amazing how people can take stories and make them so catchy. Like, I wish I was good at that. Like, I don't think I can come up with those catchy ass titles that way, because when I read Mike Tyson died, I said, oh shit, Mike Tyson died. And I click on it, and then I'm reading all these stories about Mike telling everybody about his ayahuasca trips. That's old. Like, I guess I don't know. This is funny, right? Because the Joe Rogan experience is massive. Pause. like 30 million plus downloads a month. Even though he's on Spotify and they said he slowed down, he's still crushing. And when he did that shit with Mike, I think it was live, by the way. So Mike told this story, and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people heard this story. So the fact that the mainstream media was able to take like a 4-year-old story and spin it, just the title, that's all they did was just put that crazy ass title on it and made me go, oh my God, Mike is dead, just to read about this stupid story about him on ayahuasca. We read all this shit. We know about DMT. We've been there. We are Rogan babies. Fuck you mean. Rest in peace again to Young Dolph. Yeah, he was apparently picking up some cookies for his mother, and he was shot multiple times in front of the said bakery. This is the part of hip hop that it gets hard to talk about. Ye and Drake, they squashed their beef. That's a good thing in hip hop. Let's talk about that. I think that it's interesting that we have these two major I don't think it's interesting. I find it fucking ridiculous. Who gives a shit if Drake and Ye are straight? Like, does anybody really fucking care? I don't care. I can't even fake care. Like, who gives a shit? Kanye's like, yo, I'm in here. Drake's like, hey, they're in my fucking house. And Jay Prince is like, yeah. Like, Jay Prince is Jay Prince. Nothing to say about that man. That man is all respect to the Most High. The fuck? I don't care. Like, it's just not interesting to me that Drake and Kanye squashed their beef. Like, y'all 30 fucking year old men, damn near 40-year-old men beefing over some shit that ain't real. Like, bro, like, bang, or shut up. And I mean bang, like fight, or just shut up about it, because it's just weird. Like, y'all ain't gonna do none of that. Just shut up about it. Nobody cares. And let's get into today's show. That was just a couple of things I had to get off the top of my head. And let's get to the articles today. Unfortunately, I gotta fucking read off of TMZ because I felt like TMZ gave me the best breakdown of what's going on with Travis. And it sucks. It sucks. Astro World is honestly gonna go down in history as probably one of the worst events. One of the most, and it wasn't even, I guess not. Hold on. Let me not, damn, I gotta stop snapping like that. Let me not take away from what happened. It was very sad and unfortunate, but I'm not saying that the amount of catastrophe was not small or large or whatever it is. Either way, this is going to go down in history as a giant disaster. And unfortunately for Travis and those involved, lawsuits keep flying, and they're in the hundreds now. Like, people are going to keep suing, and people are going to keep coming at them. It's not going to stop. Like, they're going to keep on getting pressed, and everybody's going to start. Bro, so a friend of mine is a couponer who happens to know these websites that will help you with lawsuit claims, and that's already on there. So just to let you know, everybody knows about this gimmick. Story comes from TMZ. Travis Scott, Drake, Apple, Live Nation, and others will now need to answer to a massive 700... Shit. Hold on. Yo, did you... Well, hold on. Wait. Whoa. Let me go back. Travis Scott, Drake, Apple, Live Nation, and others will now need to answer to a massive $750 million lawsuit brought against them by more than 125 fans, including the families of ones who died at the festival. Whew, that's tough. The suit filed by Houston attorney Tony Busby is the first. Okay, I heard something about this Busby guy. He's doing another case. He's doing something, right, with basketball players. So Tony, okay, is the first of others to come and place the blame on Travis Scott concert organizers for negligence and failing to provide plans. The concert trained security. Oh, yo, there's so many more things. The trained security personnel and host a staff event. Okay, a safe event, excuse me. So, yeah, the event went to shit, but one of the security guards came out and said that he was supposed to get paid through Cash App. Like, he was like, yeah, I got hired on the spot. Like, I pulled up and they hired me. It's a shit show. I'm not saying that's not heard of. Like, that's not a thing that happens, but y'all motherfuckers was set to make like $600 million in a day. Like, that was a bag. They truly fucked that up. The dude with the horns, you know that motherfucker that was in the White House holding the flag, the Trump flag, that weirdo with the Bart Simpson hat. The story comes from CNN. Jacob Chansley, the so-called Qanon Shaman, was sentenced to 41 months in prison. Why stretch it out? It's like 3 years for his role in the U.S. Capitol riot. Now, I hope they hold him to it. Don't just fucking give him 3 years and let him out. Hold him to it. And then make fucking examples of him. Like, make his ass go pick up garbage afterwards to teach him not to do no bullshit like that. Because even though the lady that was killed is fucked up. That's sad. And she was killed by one of the guards there. Oh, it looks like it's falling. She was killed by one of the guards, which is very, very fucked because you're trained to subdue. I would hope. I really don't know what the protocol is. I heard a bunch of stories behind that. And I'm not putting this guy at fault for what happened to her, but a lot of people that were there were just kind of lollygagging and fucking about. They weren't really doing much. It was pretty pathetic. It was like the worst takeover you've ever seen. Like, kids take over shit better than that. Like, have you ever seen kids run through Chuck E. Cheese? Like, they mount shit, they're playing games, doing things, and you got these idiots kicking their feet up on the desk and walking around just eating food and shit. Fuck all them. I hope they all go to jail. That's the only time I can hope people go to jail, just because I think it's funny. And all the assholes that, like, were, like, posting it. Like, there was people live in that bit. Okay. We're not going to go back into that whole hole. The Ibuyers story, to me, is very, very important, because as a realtor, an investor, as a father, as just a person that's out here in economics, my biggest concern is that my family will not be able to pursue their dreams because you're getting phased out. You're just getting phased out. I feel like we have a disadvantage because we don't understand how to work money the way that other people know how to work money, meaning culturally. Like the white people that grew up here with mothers and fathers that had credit cards and taught them about credit, put them on their credit cards, gave them high credit scores, bought them cars with lower interest rates. Like, when you're a ghetto child and your credit is shit and you go buy a car, you pay $300, $400, $500 more than somebody else would with good credit. Like, the person that has good credit is always going to live better, and we don't really get taught that. Like, you always hear, don't get credit cards, it's dangerous. No, get credit cards, get all them shits. Don't even trip. You get all the credit cards you need. I promise you, be responsible, but I promise you it's worth having, because life is a lot better when you have credit. That's pretty much the only thing you can do to pursue a career, so you can get a loan to pursue your home buying. Fucking just get cheap cars. Like, yo, it's so vital. But shit like this is going on where it makes it even harder and harder to buy homes, and it puts you in a position where you can't really do things that past generations have been able to do, such as home ownership. And honestly, home ownership probably is the largest purchase that you'll make in your life. And this is why I say it's a concern. When you buy a home, it's a huge leverage. It's ownership. You have something that's yours. It's a big fucking deal to own a piece of land in this country. Honestly, buy a piece. The story comes from Vice. Amid a rapid arms race among high-tech corporations and private equity firms to buy up property and profit off the red-hot housing market, the Los Angeles City Council has voted to explore ways to ban such companies from purchasing single-family homes. The council agreed on Friday to instruct a city legislative analyst and the city attorney to produce recommendations on strategies through which technology companies, private equity firms can be stopped from engaging in speculative practices that involve purchasing affordable, predominantly single-family homes in the city of Los Angeles. Like many other areas in the United States, Los Angeles is grappling with a housing crisis that is threatening middle-class families. The city ranks among the most unaffordable market in the country. The housing prices increased more than 10% there over the last year. The motion, co-authored by City Council member Nuri Martinez and Neitha Raymond, I'm sorry if I butchered your names, focused particular attention on high-tech housing flippers known as iBuyers, which purchase moderately priced single-family homes, fix them and resell them, banking the convenience fee and any appreciation. I mean, it's beyond that. But anyway, such companies have been... Okay, hold on. Let's just stop there. The industry is growing. The industry is actually blowing up. The iBuyer system is genius if you have a shitload of money. Unfortunately, when you're in a town that's 10% ownership and everything else is rentals, we have a problem. I'm not huge on regulation, but housing is unique. It's one that we need to really learn, that it has to be discussed, because if we continue to allow these giant companies to do this, I'm in Vegas. I live in the Southwest. I think the Southwest is 80% rentals. 80%. And like 2 companies own most of the houses in this area. In 2008, they were buying this shit up like hotcakes. It's unfair. Like, I understand when you have money and you can do what you do. I'm not opposed to that. But how about you loan that money to somebody and let them buy a house, and then you profit, probably slower, but still profit just off of them. You see, like, we have to do better. Things are changing. We're running out of houses. You know, studies break it all down. In reality, we're just out of houses. We're out of housing. We did not plan to have 300 million people. So many fucking people here. We're not ready for it. Single family homes are very hard to... So, okay, hold on. I've been looking up like how cities are built and what's the best way to like have kind of suburby city things where we could walk more and less driving, because suburbs make you drive more, right? So the idea of a single family home in a suburb with, you know, a driving neighborhood, it puts a strain, man. It's so hard. Like, you can't get to shit quickly. Things are so far, and living, excuse me, my bad, I got mad gas. And living in that fashion has become, you know, normalcy. But it's difficult. Like, it's not easy. And then having these giant companies come and buy up all these houses, make it so that you can't even live in the burbs. You got to live in the hood in a fucking apartment where you pay mad more for gas, more for power because the building's dilapidated. Nobody cares when you're in that neighborhood. Those neighborhoods suck. The schools suck. You see what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't have to live in a shitty neighborhood today. We have to come to that conclusion. Like, as a people, we need that has to be addressed. And I just don't know how economically to do that so that it makes sense. Because if it don't make dollars and it don't make sense, nobody's going to fucking talk about it. Let's just be honest. So, can they slow down iBuyers? I don't know. I feel like the flipping industry in California needs to be legislated. Like, I think they need regulation on that. There's so many homes that they get and they buy and they're like this fucking big and they're selling for $1 million with 1 bathroom, 2 bathrooms. $1 million home should have 4 to 5 bathrooms or more. Sorry. I'm talking about quarter baths, half baths, full baths. There's no fucking way you're selling me $1 million house with 1 bathroom. That's the size of what? A closet? No, thank you. California has a lot of issues, a lot of land and a lot of shitty houses and a lot of dumb deals that go down over there. And they should really consider fucking just changing all their shit. But how do we address the iBuyer system? I don't know. Zillow's already falling apart. Is that a sign of things to come? Were they aware that the government was probably going to start pushing legislations and stopping them from buying all these things, putting them possibly in a crutch? Could you imagine if the government would have came in and said, no, you can't sell none of the properties you got now, or as a big chunk, now you have to put them up one by one and figure it out? Like, really jamming their money up, slowing them down, and just completely just breaking the company. That could happen. It's happened before. This is something to definitely watch. Let's see what happens. And in probably 6 months, damn, I don't even know if 6 months. Zillow said they stopped buying houses until December. I don't think, no, they permanently cut it last time we talked about it. So what happens next? It's, oh man. It'd be nice if those companies, if we really figured out a system where those companies would provide loans. And I mean, fucking just, it's economic literature at this point. I came across this story and I don't know how big it is or how true it is because I felt like nobody talked about it. A model in LA and her designer were kidnapped, but there was nothing to it. It came from people and they took all the pools that they have were from the GoFundMe. A model and her designer were kidnapped and murdered. But why? The GoFundMe states that nearly 12 hours later, so they went to a party, they were kidnapped, drugged, and then killed and dropped off at separate hospitals. The GoFundMe states that nearly 12 hours later on Saturday, Gills, 24, was found lifeless on the sidewalk of a hospital. She was pronounced dead on the scene. Her family alleges that 3 men in all black, masked in bandanas, dropped off Gills using a car with no license plates. 2 hours after Gills was discovered, the GoFundMe states that Cabreras Arroza, I'm sorry if I chopped up your name, was allegedly dropped off in a different hospital. The designer is currently in critical condition and remains on life support with no brain activity and little possibility of recovery. Ouch. This is such a strange story. How come no one's talking about it? This is another one of those Netflix stories. How come nobody's talking about this damn story? This is insane. This is like some from real movie. Like you dropped off 2 dead bodies in separate hospitals with no plates on the car in California. What the fuck is going on? With that, thank you for watching, beautiful people. We appreciate you here at the Kasabian Lavoe Show. Hit that sub button. Hit the like button. My name is Kasabian. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Lavoe loves you.